There's definitely increases currently of RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, influenza, and a number of different Omicron subspecies.
That was family medicine Dr. Zach Baeseman from ThedaCare talking about the tripledemic.
Tripledemic that several school districts are seeing, and because of that, quite a few absences due to these viruses.
Fox 11's Lydia Anderson has more on what doctors are saying and concerns from parents.
It's that time of the year again where many students are staying home sick from school.
Although COVID-19 is not spread very well on contact or surfaces, influenza can spread that way, and RSV can spread that way even more efficiently.
Many area districts have been struggling with this. The Gillett School District had to close last Friday because too many students and teachers were out sick.
You know, if you have just a couple of kids in the classroom, and you have substitute teachers because all your teachers are sick, at some point it makes sense to shut things down for a couple of days.
The Neenah School District typically sees about 93% of students attending class, and on Monday, it was closer to 87%. The Oshkosh Area School District had 913 students recorded as absent due to illness on Monday. A week ago, it had 645 students out. Daycares have also been affected.
We've had a lot of kids out with croup and RSV. At least half of our center has had either one of the two, and we've got about 60 kids there.
Cheyenne Kajowski says they've had to increase cleaning at the daycare. Parents of young kids are worried about how much school they are missing. Appleton Area School District parent Caitlin Paul's son has missed 14 days from being sick.
After 10 days, they sent me a letter, and then I actually got a second letter telling me that they would like me to fill out a health form or have my doctor fill one out for them. He only saw the doctor one time.
Paul says she feels frustrated because she doesn't want her sick kid in school, but also doesn't want her son to be truant.
I don't think that keeping our kids home for 2 years really helped the situation, because I've never seen illness like this before. All of these kids are so sick.
I mean, I think what we're seeing here with all of these respiratory bugs being active certainly in part be explained by the drastic measures that we did have to do at points in the pandemic.
School districts throughout the state have been busy counting absences due to a rise in a number of viruses. A district will typically send 2 letters to a parent whose child has missed a significant amount of days. Appleton Assistant Superintendent Sherry Garvey was able to break down the process for us.
Students are allowed to miss 10 days, and that is aligned with the state statute and aligned with our school board policy. So that threshold of 7 is a letter to let them know that they're approaching.
After that, a second letter could be sent when the child has missed 10 days. And at that point, a parent may need to submit proof of illness.
In some circumstances, we would work with the family to say in order to excuse absences going further, we would need a doctor's excuse.
This policy is not unique to Appleton. A parent from the Hortonville Area School District received a warning letter earlier this month.
It is stating Wisconsin statutes 118.16 requires that all school-age children be in regular attendance. Well, how do we do that with COVID and flu and RSV?
She says she cannot send her sick kids to school because the nurse ends up sending them home.
My 10-year-old was like, I have to go to school. I have a science test. She's stressing out, and they're prone to starting to build up this anxiety that they're going to fall behind. And to get these letters, it's infuriating.
Over at the Neenah Joint School District, parent Megan Hook says with her 3 kids homesick, she's doing her best to avoid getting a note.
We're going to end up having to pay for 3 doctor's visits in order to get the notes to excuse the absences. I even talked to the doctor. I said, I know that these kids have the flu. I know there's nothing you can do for the flu.
When I get into a lot of classes.
Some Manitowoc teachers said they were skeptical of the Success for All program, but came away impressed after spending a day at a school that uses it in Steubenville, Ohio.
I'm a 24-year veteran teacher, and the active engagement in this school was like none other that I had ever seen.
Success for All is literacy focused and teaches reading instruction in 90-minute blocks with students grouped by ability. The educators who went to Ohio said they saw little teacher instruction, but a lot of students working collaboratively.
The kids knew exactly what the expectation was. They came into the classrooms, they went to their groups, they got their materials, they knew exactly what needed to be done and how to do it.
The teachers say behavior issues were also mostly non-existent. Despite the glowing feedback, concerns remain among teachers and parents who attended a public presentation on Tuesday.
I feel like they had a very short time at this school that has been doing a program for 20 years, so they're seeing this perfectly well-oiled machine.
Stacy Eck shares concerns we've heard from many teachers and parents over the last few weeks, including that another district-vetted curriculum with more teacher buy-in has been pushed to the side.
It feels rushed, and that we keep being told that this is crisis mode. But I think if we're looking to spend that amount of money in the district, that we should really take our time vetting the program and making sure that it meets all the state standards.
District administrators say Success for All carries about a $1.4 million price tag for the district for 3 years. They hope to have a new curriculum picked in January.